Full employment is important goal of macroeconomic. At the full employment, all the factors like labor, land, capital, and entrepreneur are used efficiently. Full employment does not mean that 100% of labor force is employed, but there will be a small percentage of unemployed labor. This small fraction of unemployed labor is known as fractional unemployment. For example, the article suggests Malaysia was moving toward full employment in 2022 because the employment rate has decreased to 3.6%, which is often considered a low and healthy level in economy.
The unemployment rate represents the percentage of individuals within the labour force who are currently without a job but are actively seeking employment. For example, in November 2022, the unemployment rate in Malaysia stood at 3.6%, with 600.9 thousand people classified as unemployed. This figure reflects individuals who, despite not having a job, are engaged in job search activities, highlighting an important aspect of the labour market dynamics.
Labour force is the number of individuals who are employed and also individuals who are actively looking for jobs. In this article, the labour force is the sum of the employed and the unemployed, which is 16.11 million plus 0.6 million, becoming a total of 16.71 million.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is NURUL HAMDAN. My number matrix A23A2409. Today, I want to present about the question number 2 is employer. In November 2022, the number of employers in Malaysia increased by 0.2% compared to October, bringing the total to 16.11 million people. In summary, Malaysia employer rate shows steady growth, reaching 16.11 million in November 2022. The increase of 0.2% from the previous month highlight the continued expansion of the job market, strengthening economic stability and opportunity for the workforce.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NURAINA NATASHA binti MOHAMMAD ROSWADI and my number matrix is A23B1373. Next, unemployment. According to the article, unemployment rate is the percentage of the labour force that is unemployed but actively seeking employment. In this case, 600.9 thousand people were unemployed as of November 2022.
My name is NURRUL IZZATI binti Saleh. My number matrix A23A2036. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, 7.24 million Malaysians were not in the labour force in November 2022. This means they were not working and not looking for work. The main reason were there are three types, which is for 43.1% were doing households or family duties, 41.3% were students or in training, 50.6% had a healthy issue, were elderly or had a personal limitations. In summary, most were either taking care of their homes or studying, while a smaller group could not work due to health or age.
Now, let's take a look at the total labour force in Malaysia for the month of November 2022 based on the article provided. The labour force includes two main groups, those who are employed and those who are unemployed but actively looking for work. According to the Department of Statistics Malaysia, the number of employed persons was reported at 16.11 million. Meanwhile, the number of unemployed persons stood at 600.9 thousand or 0.6009 million. To calculate the total labour force, we simply add these two groups together. 16.11 million are employed plus 0.6009 million are unemployed, equal to 16.7109 million persons. So the total labor force in Malaysia for November 2022 was 16.71 million people. This number reflects everyone who was actively participating in the labor market during that time, whether they had a job or were actively seeking one. The article also mentioned that Malaysia's labour market continued to strengthen in line with ongoing economic activity, which helped support this increase in labour force participation. So I will pass to the next part.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is NURAIN binti MOHAMMAD Peter. My metric number is A238YX56. So I will explain about the question number 3. The question is, based on the above article, DOSM said housework or family responsibility was the main reason for the outside labor force with 43.1%, followed by schooling training with 41.3%. Assuming these outsider labor force groups decide to enter the market, what does this suggest regarding the type of employment? Explain it. So the answer for this question is, first is frictional employment, a short-term condition experienced by individual transitioning between jobs and entering the workforce. The second one is structural employment, which is arise when there is a mismatch between job seekers' skill and employment requirement. And the implication is an increase in labor force participation may lead to higher employment and a need for workforce development policy. That's all from me. Thank you.